Tech Talk.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Tech Talk with Ricky. My name is Ricky. This is Ricky D's Productions, and this week the Nexus event happened. So this is a pretty big device for anyone who really follows Android closely. It's the defining device. It's the Google device. Everyone's pretty excited about it. It's the device that any Android follower knows. It's kind of just the device you have to know to kind of understand what Android is. Nexus, it's the stock Android device from Google. They did a little bit different this year though. You actually have two devices. It's more of a Nexi event. So you got the Huawei Nexus 6P and you also have the LG Nexus 5X. So I actually want to start off with the 6P. This is your premium device. The 6 or the P in 6P actually stands for premium. It is a full metal unibody device, so it's kind of like your HTC One or your iPhone 6, 6S, stuff like that. It's full metal, and it's 5.7 inches, not as big as the Nexus 6, so that's nice. But it doesn't have that beautiful Quad HD screen. It's actually from Samsung, so it's an AMOLED display, so you know it's going to look really good, especially from Samsung. It's got sporting 518 pixels per inch, so you know that thing's going to look great. This is sporting top of the line specs, so you got your Snapdragon 810. That is backed up by a 430 Adreno processor for your graphics. You also got 3 gigs of RAM in there, and it starts at a base 32 gigs of onboard storage. No SD card storage, of course. No Nexus has had that, so don't expect that anytime soon. Okay, and this is sporting a 13 megapixel camera, which is supposed to be awesome. It's supposed to be one that lens that actually goes into a point and shoot camera. So, you know, something above the level of a smartphone. It's also got bigger pixels, so they capture more light. They actually took out optical image stabilization because of this reason, because now they have bigger pixels, there's no need for it, is what they said. It was ranked as number 2 behind the Galaxy S6, so that's pretty good in camera comparisons as well. It also has a 3,450 milliamp battery. Hopefully that sounds out pretty good. Nexus kind of has always been kind of dodgy if it's going to be a good battery or not. Now all of this sounds pretty great, and I don't even have the device up here yet, right? So the design is the biggest for me. It kind of looks like a barcode scanner, and I'm actually gonna pop. Ed, can you pop that up on there? Thanks. Okay, so yeah, it looks like a barcode scanner to me. The more I look at it, the more of a barcode scanner. It looks like it doesn't look as bad the more I look at it, but it's still, oh my god, I don't like that black bar, and I would be getting a white phone, so it's gonna be, if I were to buy this device, of course, I would be getting the white one. It's gonna have that black bar at the top, and that looks, it looks absolutely disgusting to me. That is so bad. I don't know whose idea this was, and it's a bad decision in my opinion. It's just ugly. I don't like it at all. It does have dual front-facing speakers though, which is a good thing, and I wasn't expecting anything less from them. Anyways, this thing is going to be compatible with Project Fi and of course any other big carrier out there, so Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile, any other MVNOs under there as well. So you know, it's going to be a pretty universal phone, kind of like the Moto X Pure and last year's Nexus 6. It is starting at a base price of $499.99, which is an awesome price for a premium model. You know, most phones, you know, at this kind of rate are starting around $650, but you know, now that more phones are competing at a lower price, I'm glad that they're kind of lowering that down. Next is going to be the device that I care the most about. So this is going to be the Nexus 5X. The X stands for the core of what Nexus is. The X is in the middle of Nexus, so haha. Good one Google, you're really funny. They were pulling some really great jokes at this press event, by the way, as well. If you watched it live or, you know, watch it afterwards, some killer jokes in there. But anyways, the 5X, it's a follow-up to the Nexus 5 from 2 years ago. This is the one I'm getting, and it's purely because, well, first of all, it doesn't have that ugly black bar. Alright, so this is going to be a device with a 5.2 inch screen, which is the most important part to me. It's hard to find a device that's, you know, a regular size and not a giant monster. It's a 1080p screen, and it's got 423 pixels per inch. This one is an LCD screen compared to the 6P. I'm not too worried about it though. 1080p is totally fine. I am a little spoiled with my Galaxy S6 right now, but I can totally deal with 1080p. I still have devices with 1080p screens. I still like them. I still see 720p screens that are totally fine to me as well. This is as well sporting the same sensor as the 6P, so that's really nice. So you should be getting the same quality pictures. This one just is a smaller megapixel. This one's 12.3 megapixels. It doesn't have some features like super burst mode and some slow-mo options as the other one, but it should take as good pictures as the Nexus 6P. It also has the bigger, the pixel size that's bigger for more capturing of, light. This one is sporting a Snapdragon 808 with an Adreno 418. So it's not as high-end as the 410, but this one is the same 808 that's in the LG G4 and the Moto X. So I don't think it's a bad processor at all. It's still a very good and capable processor. This one does have 2 gigs of RAM and has a base of 16 gigs, which is such a bad thing. And I hate that they did it, but I understand why they did it. This device is starting at $379, so it's competing in that mid-range space now. And one way that you can really save on money is drop the storage. So I see why they did it. Some people can live off of 16, some people live off of 8. I mean, stop overzealous about this. But some people can live off 16 gigs. I personally can't anymore. I need at least 32 gigs. I noticed because I download movies and I do a bunch of crap now that I didn't do before, but now that when you move up to a storage that's higher, you really can't move down. Anyways, it's starting at $379 for the 16 gig, and then you can get also for $429 the 32 gig device. And this comes in a couple different colors as well. It comes with this weird blue color, which I was like, I don't know if I want that or not, and I didn't want it. I knew I would get tired of it. It would be cool if they brought like a red from the Nexus 5. That would have been cool. I always liked that color. Or like a yellow or something like that. This one does have a 2700 milliamp battery as well, just so you know. Now, 2 things that are going to be across the board with both these Nexuses are you're going to have fingerprint sensors on the back, right under the camera. So you kind of hold it like this, and your pointer finger kind of goes right there, kind of like with your Moto X. It's a really smart idea. I like how they're doing it. It's very necessary, I think, when you're taking Android Pay into effect. Of course, these do have NFC chips as well. You also have this new thing called Nexus Protect, which is basically if you have an iPhone, it's kind of like Apple Care. It's insurance on your phone. It covers damage against broken screen, water damage, stuff like that. It's 24/7 support, which I think is really nice. It's just a straight up deductible of either $69 or $79, depending on the device you get. 69 for the 5X, 79 for the 6P. And then you just pay your deductible anytime you break it. It's 2-year warranty, so it's an extended warranty, and it also covers breakage. I personally got this. I don't buy phones without insurance now. I'm too paranoid to not have insurance now. Now, I've been mentioning that I've gotten this phone, so yes, we have ordered the Nexus 5X for Ricky D's Productions. We will have that in-house. It won't be getting here until like the 24th to the 28th of October, so we still have a little bit of time. We will be having an unboxing and a review, so make sure to check back with us and subscribe to get all that action. The next device, which is kind of a surpriser to me, was it's not a Nexus, it's a Pixel C, which is weird. The Pixel was always kind of towards the Chromebooks, Chromebook Pixel. Now we got the Pixel C. Alright, so the Pixel C is kind of your productivity tablet for Android. It's another Android tablet though in my mind. It's got a 2560 by 1800 pixel screen. It's 10.2 inches, 308 ppi. It looks pretty good in the hands-ons that I saw. It's running Android M as well. It is sporting an NVIDIA Tegra X1, which is interesting. They're doing NVIDIA's with their tablets. The Nexus 9 had this as well. And 3 gigs of RAM. It's a base storage of 32 gigs. You can of course upgrade that to 64 as well. It's the cool thing I saw with this, and I don't think the tablet itself is kind of the cool part. I think the cool part is the actual keyboard, and I'll put that up here. It's magnetic, so you just put your tablet on the keyboard, and it kind of just sticks right here, and it just stays there. And I don't know how that works, because that's a pretty strong magnet. It also, when you put it on top of your tablet to kind of store it, it charges it. I don't know how that works, but it charges it, by just being on top of there, which is really cool. It is a Bluetooth keyboard, and the most impressive part was the tablet to me, and it's $150 for the keyboard, and that's the most impressive part to me, I think. Okay, next part we have the 2 new Chromecasts. The first one is just your regular, it's kind of just an update. It brings 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, support for 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi as well. 3 antennas in the device, so you kind of have, it selects which one would be a better connection. It's supposed to be faster, it supports fast play with Netflix, and it also brought a new Chromecast app, which I thought was pretty cool. If you have one right now, I don't think this is that much of an upgrade unless you want another one, just buy the new one. It does come in a variety of colors, even though it's going to be in the back of your TV, but you can only buy the colors off the Google store, so store.google.com, but if you go to Best Buy, you'll only be able to get the black version, which makes sense to me, actually. There's also the second Chromecast, which is the Chromecast audio. So this kind of connects into any speaker that doesn't have like Bluetooth or anything like that. It just connects into a 3.5 millimeter port. It also has support for optical and also for your other connection. I can't remember what it's called. But so this basically brings cloud support to your speakers, so you can play Google Play Music off the cloud onto there. It's cool if you don't have a Bluetooth speaker and you kind of want something like that but don't want Bluetooth. It's a pretty cool idea. I like it. It gives you the casting option when you're using it when you're playing audio. They're both still $35, so that's the best part about it. They're still inexpensive and they're not too, they do what they're supposed to do and they're cheap, and that's the best part about it. Alright, that's it for the Nexus event. There was also an LG event that announced the V10. I don't like it. I'm not going to talk about it other than this little part right here. Of course, 808, fingerprint sensor on the back. It's just what it is. Also await if you have a Nexus 6, 7, 5 as well. Await a Android Marshmallow update for your tablets or phone. So be excited for that. That's coming soon for you guys. Should be out this week. For you to flash it to your device, and OTA should be coming out after that as well. So it's a great time. Nexuses are out. The newest version of Android's out. So just kind of expect and look around for when your device is going to get it. If you have a Motorola, that's already been announced. Samsung, HTC are kind of still. We don't know when exactly we're going to get it. But hopefully this is a really great launch. Hopefully it's a little bit better than Lollipop was. If your Lollipop was kind of brushed. So hopefully Marshmallow really brings it to us this time. I'm pretty excited to flash it to my Nexus 7 after I get done doing this video. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching another Tech Talk with Ricky. My name is Ricky, and I'll catch you in the next one. Tech Talk with Ricky.